Hello, Coach Fred Kaye here to show Physical Training at Home by Alexander and Alec Alexander from 1898. In this time of physical culture, Indian clubs, wooden dumbbells, health wands, and medicine balls were the equipment at the time. And today, we're going to start off with wooden dumbbells. You can use any dumbbell out there, modern dumbbells, cast iron dumbbells, plastic dumbbells are fine. I really like the wooden ones. They have a really great feel. You can pick up a pair up on eBay. Here we have the first exercise, starting in what's called military position with your feet together, knees slightly bent. The bells lift up into your sides directly, and the hands rotate inwards. You can try rotating the hands in different directions, sort of obliquely or forward. That's completely up to you. Arms are relaxed, elbows slightly bent, not to hyperextend things, both the front view and the side view for you. Here we have the second exercise. Simply raising the dumbbells up, circling them out, down, and around, back to the original position. Again, starting in what's called a military stance, feet together, back is straight, lifting the clubs up, the bells up and to the side, out and to the side, extending the entire way, looking forward as you do these. Here's the forward position, and again, we'll show you the position from the side. Notice how they come up, out to the sides, shoulder blades squeeze, and you move them all the way around to the entire pattern. Again, starting with lightweight dumbbells is really the best course of action here. You can increase weights if you want, but repetitions are better when you're first starting out. Third exercise is really stretching up as high as you can and leaning over slightly at the apex of your movement. Again, the feet are together in what's called military position. Let's see, feet together, up to the side, up to the side, up to the side, up to the side, with a slight lean, stretching the outer part of the body where the bell is going up. These are actually called dumbbells because when you click them together, they actually make a sound. The wooden bells have a really unique sound. I recommend you look into getting a pair of these. You can get a fairly nice pair or set on eBay. Most are starting at £1, and with over time they tend to dry out. They tend to be a little bit lighter than £1. They have a much better and more quality feel than a traditional cast iron club. I think you'll enjoy them. Here's the fourth exercise. This time your feet are together again, and you're lifting the bells up and to the side while looking at the bells. Feet are together in this one as you're moving up, twisting to the side, and you notice that the bells go in parallel as you turn. Again, looking at the entire rotation of the bell as it goes down and up and around, up and around, up and around. Nice and relaxed. Some speed in this. The faster you go, the more energetic it's going to be. But as always, when you're first learning these patterns, please take your time, get the pattern. Really want to make sure that your knees are just slightly bent, not locked. Some of the old texts actually tell you to lock your knees. We have found over the course of time, it's not the best course of action. Always maintain a little bit of bend in those knees. On to the fifth exercise, again, recommending that you do have a little bit of bend in the knees, not lock the knees out as the text trying to describe. Your knees are about what they call 14 inches. They actually cite that it should be 14 inches wide. I adjust it for your body type, of course, but really lifting up, stretching all the way to the top, as high as you can, looking at the bells as they go up and then down. Take care of your back on this one. Obey all modern practices of having a slight bend in your knees. Very relaxed. Go as far down as you're comfortable. No reason to press this out. You really want to make sure nice and relaxed. And of course, you're not injuring yourself. If it hurts, stop. Here we are on to the sixth exercise. This one's very similar to the one earlier, but this time your feet are apart, moving the bells in the same swinging pattern, starting at the side, all the way to the side, all the way to the top, this time looking up towards the bells. Notice that the back foot lifts up onto the ball of the foot, having a nice stretch each way. The Victorians in their time were doing these exercises not only for exercise, but for grace and poise. And they loved that kind of long, lean look, really stretching things out in a very classic type of movement. Moving on to the 7th exercise. This one you're bending at the waist, lifting up high, and moving the bells down as far as you can go. They don't actually sight touching the ground, but if you can, that's ideal. But you're bending the front knee so you're comfortable. Then pushing up, bend down and up. If you can get them down to the floor, wonderful. I think I did these early in the morning. I couldn't seem to get down there. But you notice this nice long stretch there, pulling back up, pushing to the sky. Nice extension all the way up. And then switching the opposite side and down and then up and down and then up. Your full extension, you want to have a nice gentle curve in your back. Don't stretch your back out. Don't hyperextend anything on these. Notice the knees do have a bend in them. You can bend further if you like. If it's not. This the 8th exercise. Treacherous will be familiar with this one. It's really moving the out with the same hand and on the same foot on each side. Stepping out into a lunge and back. And for your fencers, there's a bit of a width in the stance instead of being on the front line. You can move this and have this move forward like a fencer where the hand comes out before the foot extends, if you like. Texts don't really cite that, but whatever you're comfortable with or your discipline allows. Again, having a bit of space on that stance with the feet wider apart, shoulder width apart usually. Here from the side, and you notice I'm on one side stepping back. On this side, the right foot is planted, goes back and forth. And in a second here, I plant the other foot. There I go. And now I'm going back and forth. The left foot's planted, and I'm moving back and forth. Here we are on to the 9th and final exercise. This one, that same lunge step, and we're lifting high, and again looking, or they say gazing up at the bell as it goes up. Here we go up, stepping forward in that lunge, shoulder width apart, not on a straight line, giving some distance as you do that. Nice and straightforward. The back has a bend to it. You're relaxed. You're not ever having your knee go over your front toes when you lunge into this. Nice and easy lunge. You can make it deeper to make it more energetic, but again, the knees never go over the toes, which means they aren't hovering over it and hyperextending. Back foot is nice and lean, straight, as they say, but there's always a slight bend in it as well. Sorry, the sun was reflecting off there as I was recording this. Didn't notice that. Thanks for the time on these. I really enjoyed presenting them to you. Leave me comments on the video here, and ask me for some more suggestions. I'll do a more